Formula One has arrived in the Sunshine State for spectacular sunsets, gentle breezes, warm waters, and for what will be a fantastic race day here at the Miami International Autodrome. Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Ricciardo, Albon, Magnussen, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Verstappen, Gasly, Zhou, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Ocon, and Logan Sargent. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time. It was a bad race. Question is, though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
Right, I know you're hot in the cockpit, but your tyres are going to be even hotter. You're going to have to work extra hard today to keep them cool. Give that place back. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
What the is this?
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, so that's 17 laps of fuel remaining. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. it so. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, Max, let's try and climb up the order. I'm setting you a new target. Push, push. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. need to slow down before hitting the... Fantastic, 2 cars at once, really well done. What the is this? Sergio's in the pits. Sergio is in for his stop. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, Max. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Yeah, really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. Gap to your teammate behind, 19.6 seconds. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Norris is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. first position, front of the pack. Norris behind. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Come on, just 3 laps to go, 3 laps. Leading the pack, that's P1. Norris is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, we can take you this lap. You're in first position, front of the pack. Norris behind. They're on fresh mediums. Leading the pack, that's P1. Norris is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Congrats everyone, that's just amazing. Let's keep this up.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
You always look back at a race like this and think, if I'd just made that mistake there or locked up here, there would have been contact. And every one of those overtakes is a moment where you have to absolutely nail it, perfect it, and that's exactly what they were able to do today. Great stuff indeed.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.